Just remember, it's Streisand, not Streisand. The minders warned me before I sat down for this interview. And don't get it wrong. It's good advice because Barbra Streisand has a fierce reputation. Sure, the 74-year-old musician and actor is a genuine superstar, but after 6 decades at the top, it's whispered that she can also sometimes be a diva. So I prepared for the worst and hoped for the best. Obviously, so many things have been written about you over time, but there are particular words that keep jumping out. Meticulous, superstar, perfectionist, diva.
See, the perfectionist and the diva, it's interesting. When that word perfectionist is applied to a man, he's very respected. But when it's applied to a woman, it's like, why are you such a perfectionist? It seems to be
negative.
A negative, a criticism. Diva, I don't think I'm a diva. What's a diva anyway? I don't even have a makeup person here. I do my own makeup. I don't like to be fussed over. So what does that mean, even?
Barbra Streisand.
Even our piano in the park.
With 6 decades in show business, Barbra Streisand has earned the right to be called whatever she wants.
Papa, can you help me not be frightened?
But the path to superstardom certainly hasn't been easy. Her father died when she was just a baby, and her family lived on the poverty line. The one constant, though, was music. When did you know you had this gift?
Singing?
Voice? Yeah.
I was the kid on the block who had a good singing voice and no father. You know, everybody has a label, and I was the kid on the block who had a good voice. And we used to harmonize, 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old.
From a really early age. I've read where your mother wasn't that supportive of you.
Oh, she didn't want me to go into show business. She wanted me to work in the school system. Like my father was a teacher. She couldn't imagine me going into show business. She never really thought I would make anything of myself in show business. But
I think there's a quote of your mother's, in fact, where she said, you were odd, skinny, never going to be a star. Which sounds hurtful saying that to you now, but is that true?
It was hurtful then.
Yeah.
So in a way, I owe everything to my mother.
The drive?
I think so. I thought, Mama, you're wrong. I can do it. Any moment now.
Today, in her Malibu recording studio, Barbra has nothing to prove. She's promoting her new album of duets. Broadway songs with stars, including Hugh Jackman. We love Hugh, of course, but what was it like working with him?
Totally a joy, totally easy. I mean, I had met him before several times. I mean, and he came to my house with his family once, and I've seen Deborah a lot, his wife, and so it was very easy. And then he can sing, so he was the perfect person, and
He's
said
the whole
yes.
package, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the whole package.
In fact, he tells a story that when his wife Deborah got hold of him and said, Barbra Streisand has called, and she wants you to be on this album, and he couldn't believe it.
No, I was very happy he said yes, because then I could get other actors, Well, Hugh Jackman is singing with me, and that was a good hook.
But at that moment, I realised I'd just done exactly what I'd been told not to do.
Isn't that funny now? You say my name. What's my name?
I got it wrong, didn't I?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's okay. I think it's the British Australian. It's foreign. In England, they call me Barbra Streisand.
Right.
But
Now, I think I
why-
said Streisand, I'm sorry.
You said with a Z. You had a double whammy.
Okay.
But
Double offence, I'm sorry.
but I am fascinated by why my name is so hard to say when it's spelled sand, S-A-N-D, like sand on the beach, sand.
Sand.
Can you say Barbra Streisand?
Barbra Streisand. Barbra Streisand.
That's it. He's got it. My gosh, he's got it.
I feel terrible now. I feel terrible for getting your name wrong.
I don't mean to embarrass you.
But I've got it right now, I think.
You have
Can I just call you
absolutely
Barbara?
right. Please call me Barbara.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, Barbara.
It's easier.
And you're so good that I hate you. I really hate you. You're so good.
It was this moment in 1963 when the world really started to learn Barbra Streisand's name.
Happy day, come on, get happy. Ah, here again.
The girl from Brooklyn took the stage with singer and actress Judy Garland, who was nearing the end of her legendary career.
Hallelujah. So let's sing a song. Come on.
I just adored her. And she felt so fragile to me. I was only 21 years old, I think, or whatever. And she was shaky. And I felt, what happens to people when they are in this business and later in life? Why is she shaky? But I understand it now, but I didn't then. You know, I was just up and coming, and I wasn't afraid.
It would be easy to think this icon is still that fearless performer. With 50 studio albums, the singer, songwriter, actress and filmmaker
Misty watercolored memory.
is one of few to win an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar and Tony. But despite all the accolades, a fear of failing has always weighed heavily. And back in 1967, it almost ended Barbra Streisand's live singing career forever.
I cried a river over you.
An interviewer once said of you that you're a complicated mix of self-confidence and self-doubt. Mm-hmm. I wonder how true is that of you today?
Totally true. Totally true. And I think it's okay. For many years, I was confused by it. You don't want to get overly confident, and you don't want to be too weak. So it's a balance, you know, and now I appreciate the and of it, the both, that both can happen at the same time.
Because both are so much a part of you.
Yeah,
There was a time that you didn't tour.
27 years.
27 years.
Well, because I had stage fright when I was in Central Park singing in front of 150,000 people. I forgot the words to my song.
Right.
And I got so scared of that.
That can be death on stage, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it was awful. And so I never sang again except for fundraisers, charities for 27 years. And then I decided, actually, I can sing in an arena where everything's black. But if I see people's faces, then I can't do it. So I'm very shy that way. But I thought, I've got to challenge myself to be able to sing again in front of people.
One thing Barbara's not shy about, though, is politics. This long-time Democrat loudly endorses Hillary Clinton as America's next president. And cringes at the thought of the alternative.
What are you thinking of Donald Trump?
You tell me.
I mean, are you astounded?
You know,
I can't believe the man said the other night, Donald Trump said, "We're going to win big." And he must have said it in the space of a minute. He must have said it 10 times. We're going to win big. I was waiting for some information other than that same sentence over and over again.
from the outside looking in, I mean, I've got to be honest, we're surprised. It's like a sideshow.
Well, we're in shock.
But do you agree with what I've read here, that in fact it's led to like an increased level of tension here, racial hatred even, a lot of division?
Because he's saying things that probably a lot of people have thought, but they never said. And in a way, maybe it's like a blister that has to pop. I hope that's true, in a way. Do you know what I mean? Get it over with, and then let's come back to sanity.
Do you worry about where this is going to go?
I worry. I don't take anything for granted. I want Hillary Clinton to be president of the United States, but it's still, you know, there's still a lot of sexism and a woman being president, you know, and making fun of her the way he insults her right and left and has no facts. But I don't know. I can't believe it. I'm either coming to your country if you'll let me in, or Canada.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very
You're very,
much.
very welcome.
After spending just a short time with Barbara, my initial fears were clearly misplaced.
So who am I to say you're wrong? But say.
She is definitely a perfectionist, but there's nothing wrong with that,
So let's sing a song.
especially when you're as charming as she is.
Happy days are here again.
You're definitely not a diva. It's been a delight to talk to you.
Thank you.
And let me get it right. Barbara Streisand?
Well, the emphasis on, well, how do I decide? Wait.
Streisand.
That's it.
Streisand.
Equally. Streisand.
Have I got it?
Not Streisand,
Streisand.
Streisand.
Well,
Call me anything you want.
you've directed me well and I've still got it wrong. I wanted to say... just-
Streisand?
I'll do it
Same
the easy
note.
way. Barbara, thank you.
Thank you. I'm Barbara, yes. Nice to meet you.
You too.